And we are live. Hello, everyone. It's time for the Canto 9 Intervallos. I don't think anything except Rufo will be too hard. Rufo I am interested in, though. That fight could be hard. Very well could be. Because I think I'm just going to have issues clashing. I'm expecting it to be a bit like Rian, where without ego it becomes pretty hopeless on everything, but then I can use chains of others and it will become manageable, but we'll see. We have a while to go before we get there. Although I think there's only like 7 combat tiles total in this intervallo, so maybe it won't take too long. I'm hoping we have time to do both of them today. Gregor is still dead, so there is that. Bring the full stop duo, Sync Sinclair, yeah sure, this good enough team, and actually I'll support Ring Faust. I have an Index Faust available. They are not great. I know I have a Ring Faust in here, where are you? Unless they got taken off the support list, which would be unfortunate. You know what, we'll just go with Index. Sure. But yeah. Intervallo time. Balancing it today. We'll do polls in a bit. I'll give people a chance to show up so that people don't miss the gambling. But yeah, I am planning to poll for the thumb IDs. More specifically for Valenciana. If I get her and not Heathcliff, I'll probably stop polling. Probably do like the first 3 fights or so and then stop and do pulls. Is Kira going to lose this clash? Okay, she almost did. Yeah, we have Kira with us, which is why I think there is a chance we can do Rufo without egos. But we'll just have to see. It's going to be a difficult fight to do without egos, that's for sure. I wonder if I'll be able to EX clear all of these stages. The base IDs, I was able to get EX clears on all but 1 stage, so I would expect this would be either the same or maybe I can get that one. Because you do tend to have better damage with Uptie 1 compared to base IDs, it's just that you have no skill 3s or egos, so your peak clashing is lower, is the biggest issue, as well as your speed being terrible. The speed doesn't really matter in unfocused battles. About to retreat here. It's fine by me. Unfortunately, that doesn't make my Honglu stronger, I'm pretty sure. Like, I believe Honglu needs his passive, and so he needs Uptie 2 to get the, like, 4th coin on his skill 2. Or else he would probably be the best Uptie 1 ID. feel like this stream's going to be pretty short since this Intervallo has like 6 fights. That's why I'm planning to do both of them. With this one and Bamboo Hatted Kim's Intervallo. Because, yeah, this does have like the least fights out of any piece of game content. It is just like 5 fights. It's like 4 against the ring and then 2 against the index. If I remember right. Yeah, no 4th coin on Honglu. He's already a really good Uptie 1 ID, but if I was doing the Uptie 2 account, he would be that much better. I have thought a lot about, like, would Uptie 2 make it so I can actually get away with no ego on anyone? It would basically... Like, it's only Lei Heng, Jiamu, and Rien that have needed ego. Would Uptie 2 make those fights doable? And I think the answer is maybe. It depends on Malfaust. In theory, she gets her passive at Uptie 2, but like, I don't trust any of the websites to 100% have that correct. And so I don't know, because like they are normally really restrictive about using skill 3s before you're at Uptie 3. But if Malfaust could get the assist defense skill 3 every turn, like that is an option to clash that is, you know, way higher damage per turn, I think it might become doable. If I ever make like another new account, I might Uptie 2 a Malfaust and see. Hopefully they remove the auto skin on the mare ego. I think it's going to stay. It's like the main gimmick of the ego that makes it like unique. That's why it's the cool new thing, is that it's the synchronization. Change how you look for like multiple turns. Malfaust, our savior, yeah. If anyone has an Uptie 2 Malfaust and can actually test and like 100% confirm it works, that would be good to know. But I feel like the odds of someone having an Uptie 2 Malfaust are some of the lowest in the game out of any ID. I have the +2 buff from Rhodia, so hopefully Dawn's skill 2 can clash there. All neutrals. If this first turn goes badly, this could be bad. If the ego transform was just on Kim, it would be good, but it's not great on other people. I can see that. Oh, are we back? Okay, I dropped internet there. I think we're back. Hello, can you hear me? I'm going to refresh the stream on my end, see if it's working. Yes, okay. Refresh if you're out there. You didn't really miss much. You missed us winning some clashes, losing some clashes. Yeah, Sud strikes again, yeah. I don't know what it is with my internet recently, it just goes out for like 2 minutes every once in a while. Yeah, we were talking about the mare ego, and it's the forced facade, the corrosion's cool. I don't think I've used the corrosion. I've just like cast it once, honestly. You see, the thing is, I don't play this game very much outside of challenges where I'm not allowed to use the cool new good stuff. Grants immortality to all mares, yeah. I mean, they want it to be good. Like, I think it's a good thing that this ego actually you know, mostly functions on the other IDs besides the one it's made for, even if it is weaker. It's not like the Queen of Hatred Dawn Ego where half of what it does is literally only for her. I think this is a better way to do it. Is the thumb duo good at Uptie 1? Rhodia looks good, but she's competing with like the best Uptie 1 ID. Heathcliff looks bad, I'll just straight up say it. Without his passive and with the rolls they gave his skill 2, I don't think Heathcliff is any good at all for Uptie 1. But we will still be pulling. I'll probably pull after like the next battle, just give people a bit more of a chance to show up to stream. Only been going for like 12 minutes here, and for 2 of those minutes my internet was dead. I wish his slash power wasn't once per turn, but like I understand why it is. I don't like you benefiting from multi-slots in this game. Yeah, the Blade Shoe, Stagger. Her skill 1 is not great for clashing at Uptie 1, but like no one's really is. Surely, yeah, those are winning by 1, okay. Corrosion's effectively 24 roll 4 coins with its damage ups, okay. I mean, yeah, that's up there for sure. How much AoE does it get? Is it like 3? Or is it more than that? Trying to think of like what ego we can compare it to. What has the same attack weight? It's probably like resonance based, and you need enough pride resonance to get the full AoE if I had to guess. They like doing that a lot for egos, giving it resonance based on AoE. Yeah. I can check in a second here, and we can pull for the thumb IDs while we're at it. Why Sync Sinclair? Name a better Uptie 1 Sinclair. He just has a good enough skill 2, and he has a strangely high amount of health, and he has an evade, and you often need to evade at Uptie 1 because you just can't clash. This thing starts at 3, and I don't see any resonance conditional on the corrosion. The awakening needs resonance to get up to 3 attack weight. You don't use Uptie 1, so fair enough, yeah. Sinclair doesn't have great IDs to begin with. His Uptie 1 IDs don't make them better, that's for sure. Anyway, let's pull for Rhodia. Will my pulls go better than yours? If you actually pulled, let's find out. So far, so not good. There's actually like a good amount of other stuff I could get that's also good. Like any House's Fighters ID would be good here, but instead I'm just getting, you know, nothing, not even like new 2 stars. Not even ego I'm not allowed to use, just actually nothing. Okay, okay. I'm going until I get at least 1 3-star. If that 3-star is not a new ID, I will be upset. Okay, we got 2 things. Heathcliff? Okay. Can the other one be Rhodia? The Whelp fun's leaving? Yeah, Whelp is often good for Uptie 1, but like I still have enough. Who else? Honglu, who are you? Oh, that's really good. This is like the next idea I was going to shard. I will take that. Cool. For an off-banner random pull, that is really good. In fact, I think we're going to use you right now. Do I keep going for Rhodia is the question that I'm sure we're all wondering. The odds of me getting Rhodia at this point are what, half of 2.9%? And then like I don't have Heathcliff in the pool as a compromise. Do I want to gamble? I already gambled and won. I might as well. I can do a few more. We can do just a few more pulls, you know? Also, I'm stopping here. What? Oh, that's an ego? Maybe not. This isn't a 3-star. What are you? Oh, hey. That's crazy that we're getting this, because I have almost every ego still in the pool, and we get the one that we were talking about. I guess that lets me get more event currency. I'll stop at the next 3-star. That was not a 3-star. Show me Valencina. Here we go. We're stopping here. Is it her? No. Has the ego at Uptie 1? Oh yeah, I guess, okay. So, I'm still unsure of if I'm allowed to use this at Uptie 1 or not, because it does have the always active effect. I think my original rule has always been using ego is not allowed. Like, I am allowing myself to use a different base ego for resistances, and this is similar to that. So I think my mare is allowed to inflict bleed now. 2 bleed on target once per skill. I might unequip it in the future, but I want the event currency. So for now, we're gonna keep it. But yeah, Uptie 1 Heathcliff is really sad. His skill 1 is basically a 9 roll with no text. His skill 2 is basically a 13 roll with no text. That's not good. His defensive skill is okay. It clashes a 10. That's not even good, honestly. And then dual escalates doesn't actually do anything. The thing that would maybe make him useful would be his passive, but he doesn't get that. Like, I thought if I could stack these, get this power down on a boss just like permanently, I thought he could be good, but no. This is tied to his passive and not the status effect itself. So, he's really bad. He can be fed to Ryoshu. He can be 1/3 of a skill slot in the eventual House of Spiders team. He still follows up after Rhodia, though. Yeah, with a weak skill 1. It's like, okay, I guess, but getting this skill as a follow-up isn't even going to contribute that much to damage compared to just using a better Heathcliff ID. Anyway, let's continue with our new and improved Ring Honglu. Can we get Ring Faust as well? Are they still on my support list? I would be upset if the person that had them took her off or uptied her. I want to use them together. I feel like they have been removed. This is so sad. clearly I just need to pull Ring Fast myself. I would have definitely seen her by now. We've seen so many, like, they probably changed it to this Index Faust, or they leveled her. One of the two. I mean, okay. You know, maybe he'll impress me. I'll level him up eventually for House of Spiders, so, like, XP is kind of infinite on this account. We'll give him a chance. You and your basically no text in your kit. Watch him lose 8 clashes. Yeah, he's probably just going to feed the enemy's sanity if I had to guess. We've got Kira. You see, he's here to fuel Kira. She gets her stacks every time an ally takes damage. That's Heathcliff's job, is to lose the clashes and take damage. Or I could just evade and kill him. No, I think I set him up so he would die before Honglu. I think Heathcliff was like slot 7. But I definitely want to keep Honglu alive. From reading his kit, he looked like a top 10 Uptie 1 ID, maybe even top 5. Mostly because the skill 2 can, like, realistically roll higher than a 16. Because he still can get Tibia. This can get up to, like, I don't think accounting for 4 and 5 Tibia is realistic, but this thing can clash at a 17 with just 1 Tibia. And, you know, the self-charge. That is, believe it or not, all it takes to become a really good Uptie 1 ID. He also has assist defense, yeah. Unfortunately, he doesn't really get the synergy with Ring Faust, because he can't exactly buff her skill 3 when she has no skill 3. But assist defense could be useful, there's always a chance. If the clashes are alright. It's not the best for unfocused battles, but... Okay, Ryoshu, you're kind of failing here. I don't want to evade with you though, because that will instantly kill my better IDs. Killing him gives 1 clash power. Yeah, I do get the base power up for -1 offense level. And like whatever the stacks of entanglement and string severance themselves actually do, if they do anything. But you know, I also get that if they just die naturally. And by naturally, I mean from Ryoshu redirecting all the damage from her lost clashes to them. Wait. Is Mare not inflicting bleed? Oh, because the Ego's Uptie 1, it doesn't have the passive. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm not going to be Uptieing the Ego, for sure. Because if I ever decided this account had to allow other Ego, if the game ever gets too hard, I would want those to be Uptie 1 as well. So, okay, the Ego does not change Uptie 1 at all. It just gives me more event currency. Always active, you still need to have the passive unlocked. Does anyone know how Ryoshi's damage redirection works? Like, yeah, it looks like she's directing it all to Honglu. Is it reverse deployment order as well? Or is it just random and he's just taking all of it? Dual escalates is another debuff for Honglu, at least. That is true. Least HP percentage ally. Okay. So I guess he's just gonna slowly be dying. And then maybe if he gets really low, I'll go ahead and do the evade. I think he still gets his unstagger at Uptie 1. What's the most powerful Uptie 1 ID? It's probably Blade Ryoshu now. She just does the most damage, which makes the fight shorter, which makes it so you don't have to live as long. But if it's not her, it is Princess Rhodia. Her skill 2 just naturally rolls a 17 because of the power-up. She gives power-up to someone else. And she has a clashable counter, so you don't have to use a terrible skill 1. You know, like a skill 1.5 instead. And she even inflicts bleed. And like decent enough bleed count, because bleed is the only status that you can actually kind of play at Uptie 1 right now. Also, Ryoshu fully panicked. The first time seeing a sinner other than Sinclair panic, yeah. New IDs, yeah, new IDs lose sanity for clash loss. Like, the ones that always get sanity on kill tend to also have that. You know what, Honglu, you've served your purpose. There we go. Even after the panic reset, Ryoshu can't win a clash. Oh wait, yeah, Heathcliff was later in deployment order, whoops. Hey Otis, you got here just in time. You wish we had more unique panic types on IDs? I don't think they'll like ever feel the need to do that. I think it's weird that we got them at all, because like, you're supposed to have ego, and you're supposed to have that, you know, risk of corrosion. Oh, are we back? I think we're back.
아니야, 이렇게 크게 웃으면 안 돼. 아름다움을 잃지 않게. 그리고
Okay.
권속으로서의 품위도 잃지 않게.
I think Ryoshu decided to Arayashiki to stream there instead of just Heathcliff, but we're back. I see someone asked about Uptie 1 Valencina. Uptie 1 Valencina is a lot better than Uptie 1 Heathcliff. Her skill 1 is, you know, basically the same. The 9 roll with no text. But this skill 1-2 is pretty much unchanged. It just loses, like, the power conditionals, but it's still a 12 roll. So this being used just, like, every turn after an evade would be good. Her skill 2 gets the 3+4 instead of the 4+3 treatment, so it rolls 15, which is like, anyone that rolls a 15 skill 2 at all automatically makes you above average. So that's a good sign already. 4 to 5 speed. I didn't comment about this, but this is really good. It makes it so you aren't slower than a boss basically ever. You have a few effects that maybe might matter someday, like Tremor and Burn. I think Burn Uptie 1 could be a team, for sure. Because we are getting more and more IDs that have conditionals. This skill is like apparently impossible to use, but if you could use it, it's a full 4+4, so that would be good. Clashable counter is nothing too special, but then precognition. You still get the full power of your precognition evade. It's not reduced at upside 1 at all. It still gets up to an 18. That is insane. And you still have accelerating future to clash even better, potentially. Like, I think this ID is actually good enough to compete with Princess Rhodia, and I will probably make her my next shard target, besides maybe Ringfast, if this person can't give her back to me. Does that mean magical is back? What's the context for that comment? If we corrode with alternate Zayan, do you reset? I would reset if that ever happened, but corroding is, like, really rare. And also most of the alternate Zayans are worse, so I don't run them. Actually, okay. If anyone gets an Uptie 1 Valentina Rhodia, I would take that. You know, my friend code is still in the Discord if anyone wants to help out. Oh, I have to run Gregor in this stage? Well, let's see. Probably do something like this. We'll have Honglu slotted later so that if he's getting close to dying, we can just kill him ourselves. Zweigreg, I had him early. He's okay, but his rolls are pretty bad. I would probably like just be defending with him every turn to not feed the enemy's sanity. Priest Gregor's skill 2 clash is at least maybe potentially good enough. First Rhodia evade, and it's not even her normal defensive skill. It's still impossible to slot an evade on the dashboard with a Rhodia. You see, there's this awkward thing about Blade Ryoshi where I don't want to just feed the enemy sanity. So I would want to defensive skill, but that would kill Honglu, which I also don't want to do. That's a lot of damage on Ring Honglu, okay. Unfortunate. You still have your Unstagger, right? No, you don't, because that's tied to your closing time passive. Oh, that's unlucky. They could have thrown this passive up here as well. It's just a random unrelated line to the rest of it, but it's on a skill 3 related passive, so you don't get it until Uptie 3. Also, we lost the early turns, so they all have sanity. So this is what it looks like if a fight goes poorly. We'll see if this is recoverable at all. Can Kira save us? 0 clashes, 1-0 SP gained, 7 clashes lost. Yeah, all the House of Spiders should still have their Saikai passives. Ryoshu can still get powered up. Okay, I won more clashes than I expected to on that turn, so it's a bit of a recovery. And then hopeless. Alright. Let's save a skill 2 on Honglu. Rhodia can still get Shin at Uptie 1. Yeah, because it's tied to the precognition passive, which isn't resource locked. I don't think her Shin is great. It's just like a bit more damage. But it is something that can happen. A speed boost? Okay. Well, she's already probably going to be the fastest on the team. If I do this, will this kill Honglu and Heathcliff? It's 2 times per turn. I think it would. Honestly, I'm okay with that. Heathcliff, you've done your job.
한바탕 해볼까? 됐나? 당신을 죽여라 당신은 내 모든 시간들의 아우성이.
저를 묻어주리까.
Time to experiment. Yeah. There's extra burn and tremor. Well, it's going to make Ryoshu tremor burst, which will get rid of any count. I'm not exactly able to keep up count at all. But yeah. Burn, maybe. It does work, okay.
완성되지 못한 탓에
저것들 전부 녹여서 썰어버려도 상관없지.
And now I can actually evade, because all the House of Spiders IDs are already dead. And I think we'll just win here, because we have a lot of skill 2s lined up. You need Magic Bullet Otis on the Uptie 1 burn team. We do not. Although, does she have her conditional power at Uptie 1? You're going to make me look if she's at all redeemable. Let's see. Magic Bullet Otis. Do you do anything at Uptie 1? Her skill 2 can actually get up to a 16 roll with a single burn coin power conditional. It's like, she's not the worst idea ever. Her base rolls are fine and she has that 1 coin power. But I would not do that to myself. Is Ryoshu winning clashes? I wasn't looking. Yeah, she's up to full sanity. Like, this buff is nice. I love my min and max speed. Extra clash power helps out a lot too.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
힘들고. 그러니 알아서 잘 피해야지.
I think this is the stage that base IDs didn't EX clear on, or no, it's one of the index fights, which I think are up next. I think we have 2 index fights and then Rufo. I think that's the last of the ring. And the index fights are actually focused, so I get to actually play the game a little bit.
잠깐만, 천천히.
Let's see. Yeah, okay, only 4 of you. Gregor's the target. I probably should have taken Gregor off the team, but honestly, he can just, like, defend. Take the favored, take the favored. Okay, so no one can redirect that one. Yeah, that's that. Throw extra damage on you. Hopefully we win these clashes. Index enemies are very interesting. I like that they kept them like mostly true to Ruina. If they're targeting one guy, although I think it would be even better if they targeted the same person repeatedly, at least for the basic enemies. You probably wouldn't want that on the boss. Also, how did you lose that Clash Ryoshu after you won the first coin of it? I don't want to just waste my skill 2, so you can maybe try to clash that one that can't be redirected. Or well, it could be redirected, but only by Honglu. And everyone else just get that guy.
한바탕 해볼까?
Look at that 17 roll, you love to see it. It doesn't get much better than that.
이 정도쯤은
I described Rian. What was I saying? He changes targets, which is like, yeah, what I was saying. A boss should change targets, but only target one person. I think that is correct. But I wish these index enemies always targeted the same person until they died, just like Ruina. Best season 2 idea? Are we talking about Molar Otis? Because yeah, they're pretty good. And the competition is not pretty good. No one can overtake that, so Gregor's getting hit by it. In fact, I think Gregor's getting hit by 2 moves this turn. I kinda just can't clash here. But I just have way more total health than these guys. It would be really hard to lose. You think full stop Heath will perform better? Oh, absolutely 100% he would. But we pull Lucio, so like, we'll use him for a bit. Probably not on Rufo, since Rufo could actually be hard. Who's the target? Heathcliff? Okay. Try your best. And then go under there. Should probably kill this guy that got unlocked if I can.
감상은 어떤가요?
You got the Sun Shower Heath plush. If I was to get one of them, it would probably be that one. You know, I used to like using Sun Shower. He was a very unique ID among the early IDs. We're dropping frames. Don't tell me my internet's dying again. Just a temporary frame drop? Okay, stream did not fully die this time. Oh, that assist defense. Has an unbreakable coin. I guess that gives me more charge gain. Kira is losing a clash to that guy. We'll see if that's actually true. We're falling a bit behind. We kind of can't clash most of these guys now. Let's go all in on you. Make sure you die. Thumb Heathcliff hurt sprite doesn't even look like he's hurt. I'll have to pay more attention to that. What a close clash. Thumb Heath Uptie 2 would be interesting. I wish. Yeah, at Uptie 2, he gets a lot better just because of his passive. He can actually get like +2 power and give a boss -1 power, like permanently. That would mean no using Uptie 2 full stop Honglu, but I guess if I was using, you know, Ring already, that would be fine. Okay, you have 5 grace. We want to kill you, and no one else can redirect. Yeah, no one can redirect this, so like Robia, good luck. In fact, I will not give you the job of killing the staggered guy. Honglu can do it. No, Heathcliff can do it.
그려낸 대로.
Yeah, I guess Thumb Heathcliff is just used to being hurt so much that it doesn't really affect him. He actually got a maturing textbook. What does that even give you? It's like 15% damage or something, I think. Yeah, 10 plus stacks. So the first one is 15%, the next two are 5% each. Alright.
한바탕 해볼까?
Wait, what? What's surprising you? Doesn't that activate his conditionals regardless? I don't think so. I can like double check. But like the stuff I care the most about is just in his passive. Like his skills don't have any conditionals on them. And it's the stuff I care about is locked down here. This base power, final power, clash power, and base power -1. I can see why I didn't get the EX clears for this with base IDs. Like the next fight is this with this 5 index out at once. It's just a number that does nothing at the moment. Well, yeah, it does nothing itself besides it's a buff that gives him a bit more damage that I can stack up over time if I got him more kills. He could deal, you know, maybe acceptable damage if I got that max. Here, have a second one. Now I deal 20% more damage with him for however much longer this fight lasts. Does he get to use it? I think he's too slow.
이 순간이 닿아들어 베어내리라.
Alright. One more index fight, and then the hardest boss we'll be fighting today. Probably. I don't think Kira will completely carry, but we will be mostly relying on her.
다음 술자리 모험담은 이거군. 아주 완벽했어.
And let's switch back to full stop. We've had long enough to be disappointed by Lucio Heathcliff and his skills that have no text, and we can take Gregor off the front line. Get Sinclair back in here. There we go.
반드시 팬다. 아비들도 거미집도 지금.
Alright. Mare is the target. You can go for a neutral clash against the fast guy. Rudy. No, okay, no one can redirect that one, but I don't want to take that clash. It's less likely, so that's just hitting me. And then you guys are all too slow to redirect. Let's target the guy that's using that. Okay. Then we have 1, 2, 3. Let's save Otis's other skill too, and go with that. Okay. 3 favored clashes.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Hopefully we win at least 2 of those. Can Uptie 1 do Reflectorial since you can build 3 teams? It's maybe possible. I would probably need to use base ego, just the clashing is high in every Reflectorial. I think the current one is the one I would have the best chance for, but I have to catch up with story, and I also don't think I really have 36 level units on this account. It's like, there is not 3 good Uptie 1 fast IDs, there's kind of only 1. There's also definitely not 3 good Uptie 1 Yisong IDs, there aren't any of those. So your other teams are going to be weak. You're the target, yeah, okay. No one can redirect that. So I guess you try to clash it. Yeah, Ryoshi just hit 6 heads in a row. No, I shouldn't do that. Actually, you just won't clash anything. Let's do this. Okay.
이 순간이 다 들어.
Like, if I had infinite resources, if I had every ID on this account, I would definitely want to try Reflectorials more. But just the clashing is a serious issue for all of them so far. And honestly, I don't know if 36 turns would be enough. Even if the surviving and dealing damage part isn't an issue, it's still a lot of health to get through. Are we serious? My internet's dropping frames again? Okay. It seems to be a particularly bad day for my internet, so I don't think I'll do monastic experience as well. I'll just see if I can get through Rufo, and hopefully my internet's better on a different day. This is a bad turn.
감상은 어떤가요?
Okay, I just got triple heads on -8. Heathcliff, I think, was supposed to win that clash. There we go. Yeah, we're still dropping frames. I don't know what's going on. Just let me fight Rufo. Okay, that guy is dead to bleed. Or burn, rather. Two of them staggered. Okay, so you are the most dangerous at the moment. What's Kira doing? Executing that guy? Sure. Throw extra damage on you.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Can always rely on Neo to hit the, 9 heads rolls in a row on 10 sanity. Close one there. They're Pierce weak. I guess, what else would they be? I just feel like every enemy is slash weak these days.
저것들 전부
Or full
녹여서
neutral.
썰어버려도 상관없지?
You can't be redirected. You can't be Clash 1 against. So yeah, Sinclair's very dead. Let's just throw some damage on the guy with the most grace.
감상은 어떤가요?
아이씨, 짜증나게.
분명히 잘 싸우고 있었는데.
I need to use skill 2 on Hanzo here. I'm almost at max charge. Max charge count, rather. He can clash all of these. Even though he's the mark, he's winning these clashes. That's crazy. I want this guy dead.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Okay. Yeah, so that would be rolling an 18 if he didn't have the index mark. Kira's here. Okay, we should be done with this fight soon.
바이올렛 브레이크.
예술적이네요.
There's still one more backup, but they're all almost dead.
랜덤 4월을 건너
훌륭한 단말만 해요.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Is Heathcliff gonna make it out of this fight? Yeah, he'll probably be fine. Everyone just has skill 1s though. Like, yeah, this is the main problem with Uptie 1 is you need your skill 2s to clash, so you end up using them. Then more than half of your skills are these terrible skill 1s. So you get stuck with them after a fight lasts a while. Did I send all my skills at something Akira was already killing? I think I might have. I did, in fact, do that. Okay, Kira has top right. And I will get top left.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
엎드리도록.
바이올렛, 브레이크 슬랩.
There we go, last two enemies. What's Kira doing? Hitting that guy? Okay.
감상은 어떤가요?
Yeah, Uptie 1 versus Reflectorial would not go well.
짜증나게.
Oh, you missed that heads roll, Honglu. You're gonna pay for that one. I think it's about time you get sacrificed after that clash loss. Right at the very end here.
먼저 빠진다. 벤단 사월을 건너.
Rare fast sighting. Yeah, 5 index enemies instead of 4 makes it a lot more dangerous. Like, we had maybe one person die. Here we had almost every ID come on field. Punishment for losing a clash is just getting erased, yeah. Alright. Time for the part we've actually been waiting for.
내가 원망한 만큼 아비인 당신들도 절망이야 공평한 거잖아.
How do I want to handle Rufo?
나는 나를 잊고
I need just like
자유로워지.
you three are
완벽하답니다.
you four
아,
are the
이번 노래는 몇
standout
번이나
Uptie
부르고
1
가냐?
IDs at this point, I would say. There's no like interesting stuff on support here, I don't think. Just doing a quick run through. Oh, I could try this. Yeah, I've been wanting to try Captain Ishmael, and it's not like I have much of a better Ishmael, like maybe Kirakumo, but Captain gets the full skill 2 roll, which is pretty good. Just rolls a 16. And that's the only reason I think she's alright. We'll try it out.
일인가요?
Not on the front line, though.
출발인가?
She can be second
고래를
backup.
향해.
의로움을 세우기.
관리인가?
원하신다.
Let's try something like this.
서두르지 말고 느긋하고
Rufus a lake entity? Does she have like any whale stuff on her? I know she has animal, but I don't think any of it's whale. She's like bear claw, wolf tail, bird foot. I don't think any of that's lake entity. Hello, what's going on? We just got to Rufo, and we're going to try to win with Uptie 1 identities only. That's what's going on. So that can be ignored. Those could be ignored. This, though, this can't be ignored. Let's see.
벤던.
Best of luck, thank you. I'm hoping to do it no ego. If I have to allow base ego, I think chain spam will make it work, but I'm hoping that Kira can kind of be my substitute for ego as the mechanic that makes this doable. I do need Kira to win her clashes though. Okay. Kira's sanity is very important and something I don't have too much control over. That's unfortunate. Can always count on Mare to win his clash though. Let's see. Kira is clashing that skill, okay. Can ignore that. So bottom right is... Oh, but this is his fatal turn, so I probably want to hit him with a decent skill, get some damage in. Can just do that. That should get him close to dead. You kind of don't want to actually kill them, you just want them to be almost dead. So you can kill them after a critique turn. At the +2, that should be a winnable clash. Let's throw the extra skill at you.
그려낸 대로.
Can't wait for Rufo to pop Shin. You might be waiting a while for that one. Alright, now I'm just keeping that bind on her.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
I don't think my Sinners are going to be able to clash against Critique, like, at all. So I'm probably incentivized to spend my skill 2s because I'll just be using defensive skills on that turn. That was an unlucky clash loss. And it's the start of an SP boss snowball, if I had to guess. Okay, now Kira will help out. Rufo wins 1 clash, gets 16 sanity, loses 10 clashes, loses like only 18 sanity. It is not a balanced system. Okay. So yeah, I believe like you could maybe clash it, but the rest of you might as well just evade. Oh, am I killing Honglu? I don't want to kill Honglu. But I don't want to give Rufo sanity, but I think I have to. I guess she's getting sanity from all the clashable counters anyways. Yeah, this is just... I don't know, is this the main design flaw of this fight? I think this is just a problem with clashable counters in general. I think defensive skills should have always been, you know, defensive, personally. Might need to just bring more evade IDs. It's even possible that, like, Warp Ryoshu is better than Blade Ryoshu here. Especially with Pride Endure. What is Kira doing? Flashing bottom left, okay. Alright, we're just like hopeless on everything. You know what? Let's use Morrow. That will help at least a tiny bit. Basically gives you 1 clash power on everything.
거기구나.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Yo, the triple heads roll on -19? It's not enough to win the clash, but 1 less coin to get hit by. You are about to panic from the sinking. Yeah. This fight is so snowbally with clashes because it's not just sanity that you're giving the enemies, you're also getting sinking on yourself. Sanity continues to be the worst mechanic in this game. Because I'm just getting no damage in. Like, how much damage have I done to Rufo? About 100. Okay, so Kira's trying to clash Rufo. I should let that hit Rufo. I need to hit her twice before Kira does. Which we can do like that. If Sinclair hits. We can send people at all of those. Hopefully at least 2 of those win. And then you are dangerous. And Ryoshu, you kind of just need to, like, get panic reset. Yeah, Ryoshu at -40. I just need her to lose another clash and get reset to 0. Okay, there's 1, and Honglu should win, like, for sure, his clash. Okay, so Ryoshu panics next turn. That's fine. Actually, next turn is Critique, so Ryoshu might get Honglu killed. She's going to take a lot from Critique. Here's the other... Oh wait, yeah, redirections are done. So Kira lands a decent hit here. Yeah, that's just like more damage than I had done to Rufo this entire fight so far. And yeah, this is not going to go well for these last people. I hope Ryoshu doesn't get Honglu killed. I want him to use this skill 2 again. Yeah, Ryoshu's team killing is definitely a disadvantage here. And you Tails rolled that, so you like die or whatever. So much damage. Yeah, winning with the Clashful counter is actually the best you can do against it. Because then it gets the, you know, clash loss, no damage, but it's also that you use the defensive skill. If only you unstaggered yourself. I don't want to kill him because his skill 2 is just so good. Why are you wasting your ultimate on the 6 health enemy, Kira? You couldn't have targeted literally anyone else? Let's do that. They're starting to come in with fragile and offense level down, so like the fight is going. I am making progress. It'll be easier to kill the more minions that spawn, so hopefully we can get more damage on Rufo soon.
엎드리도록.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
먼저 빠진다.
Just keep retreating. Okay.
이 혈투를
So yeah, Honglu is almost dead. I would like him to get this skill 2 off and then I'll kill him, I think. Who can clash right now? You 3? Oh, why can't Otis clash? It's because Rufo's full sanity. Kira's countering that guy, sure. Actually, both targeting her. But I can just stagger this guy. Okay.
그려낸 대로.
One tails roll.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
I'm hoping he doesn't quite die to this coin, so Ryoshu can still eviscerate him. Yeah, okay, he lived on 3.
당신을 죽여라 설계한
That gives
내
me
모든
sanity, I'm pretty
시간들의
sure.
어성이.
저를 묻어주리까.
Yeah. Ryoshu is finally sane. All it took was killing Honglu. I'm not sane enough to evade, apparently, though. And there it all goes to sinking. Alright, back into the negatives.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Can anyone clash their critiques today? Captainish can try.
가족을 위해.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
We get the shield on everyone with the manager Dawn counter. That is actually like... That was what made Railway 5 doable at all for base IDs. And so maybe we can employ a similar strategy here. Shield spam. Or did I say base IDs for Uptie 1? No ego, I mean. I just need like one more Violet Breaker Slam to push next phase, I think. If Kira would cooperate. Yes, okay.
승리로 이끌.
Because the last one did like 100, yeah. This should push next phase if I can make it connect. It's So I just need 2 things to, you know, try to hit Rufo. Consume her dodges. Should be going to next phase. Oh, you're faster? Oh, you just don't dodge Kira? Sure, I'll take it. Dawn can heal up there. That's... wow. Ishmael's just going to die. That was double fatal, yeah. He has so much sinking. 14 by 6. You're just going to panic again. Ah, your phase change isn't exactly at the health gate, at the stagger. I thought it was. And Kira is doing nothing useful. Okay, well, let's try to get sanity on some people. Yeah, I should do this. Kill that guy. And... yeah, it's okay if that hits Kira. Okay. You think Rufo's passive says center attacks? Maybe. You know, I haven't really been paying any attention to Ryoshu's, like, thing that gives her the bonus skill too. Maybe I should have been. That's... when is your phase change? I definitely should have done more damage to you when you were staggered. At 70% HP. What is 2447 times 0.7? 1713. Okay. Yeah, that was a big mistake to not do more damage to her. I just thought the phase change was, like, right after the stagger. She'll, like, bleed and burn down to it, but it is a shame. I have to, you know, give everyone one more critique here. And, like, use skill 2s because they're just on the bottom slot. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe the phase gets ended before, like, Herodias goes through. Yeah, okay. Sure. Is everyone hopeless on everything? Let's find out. Oh, we're too slow. What's your speed range? You just 3 to 5? That's not great. Okay, we have some dominating here. What's Kira doing? Taking the second blue. Okay. You can't clash anything. You can try to clash that and die in the process. Sure. I realistically don't think we're winning this without chains, but I feel like I have to give the first, like, full attempt egoless. Dawn is fast enough to overtake anything, but not strong enough to win anything. Maybe the counter can win there. It's like a 50-50. It's just whoever tails rolls first. Alright. Flip a coin, we win.
피날레를 준비했지.
I just need Kira to hard carry, get the burn and the bleed stacked, make it so I can do a bit of damage. Do I have any other consistent debuffs I can get stuck on the enemy? I don't have, like, declared duel from Sinclair because he's up Taiwan.
돌아가고 싶지 않아.
Ryoshu should always be inflicting one.
전열을 지켜라.
And if I could, like, get a blade trail stack on her before she dies, that would be great.
너희의 무기로 이 혈투를 승리로 이끌.
Is Phantom Traces not a debuff? Or do you you gain your protection before you gain Phantom Traces, since it's turn start for both effects, I think, is what's going on. It's like these three debuffs are reducing the protection, but I don't think Phantom Trace will, because it's also inflicted at turn start and it's later in turn start. Okay, that's unfortunate. I wish it works the other way. Kira taking the least threatening move, of course. And everyone is too slow to redirect, of course, so I don't have much choice on this turn besides dying. If I could just, like, branch of knowledge this, I would feel much better about my chances here. Base ego are so much better than no ego. I don't want Ryoshu to die. So I'm going to do that. And that. Okay, good luck everyone.
형을 씹으시. 피날레를 준비했지.
Tails roll. You are going to the sinking dimension then, or you're just dead because it's a blunt hit. Not quite.
만찬에 집중해.
This is looking really bad.
아침에 끝나는 걸까?
How much damage does this do? I need this to do like 150 at least for me to have any hope here. 145? Okay. Now here's the part where we really die. No one's going to be able to clash this. There's just not a chance. It's rolling like 15 higher than me. Like, even if I used ego, I don't think it would be enough, yeah. I would need, like, specifically Sinclair's ego. I do have Ira available. I'll remember that. I can't Ira Kira, unfortunately. This ends the turn, right? Yeah. Well, I guess we just all defend and see what happens.
그려낸 대로.
Yeah, that's about what I expected. No more backups. Kira is too slow to redirect. Speed is going to be an issue. Even if nothing else was an issue, the speed would be. Okay, the targeting's actually decent here. Most people can clash different stuff. I I can't let that hit Kira. She's just going to die, so I guess now fast you go for your neutral. Okay. Yeah, good luck.
죄인인가?
Almost. One heads roll off.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
과연
I definitely think I'll just use Ego after this. Like, it's maybe doable. And I might come back to this someday with, like, the Full House Spiders team or whatever, but I would like to still beat this fight today. And so just using base Ego should make that possible. We'll just see how close we get without it.
이 순간
I expected, like, Shiomiyoru to be impossible without using Ego, but then I got that one, so I was thinking maybe that could happen here.
바이올렛, 브레이크 슬램.
We did manage to get Blade Trail stacks on her. And I wish this aggro did more. Only 2 things targeting you. Would have been nice if you would just full all-inning on Gregor this turn. We'll see if Ira can do anything here. It's not going to let me clash, but I can, like, redirect the dangerous stuff, at least. Like, yeah, that gets it off Kira. That's what matters. And this is targeting Heathcliff? Okay.
죄인인가?
아이씨, 짜증나게.
2 heads rolls on minus
이
39.
순간이 닿아도 베어내리라.
It's like, it's not far off. I only need a few more turns. But I'm going to use Ego. I'll come back to this someday, for sure. Because the bleed and the burn do stack up.
당해야 할 고통.
I probably want to run full bleed IDs, actually. At least for, like, the backups and stuff. Capitalize off of Kira's bleed. Yeah, I think everyone dies to this right now.
그려낸 대로
아이씨, 짜증나게.
And the people that aren't dead will die to bleed. I mean, it's... You don't have your invincibility anymore, so you're going to die immediately. Like, if things were lined up that I could bleed cancel the ultimate, I just need to do that, like, once, and we probably live long enough, right?
그려낸 대로 죽는다 해도
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Yeah, I'll definitely get revenge on Rufo, but just for today, to hopefully get a win. It's Ego time. We will use the Chains of the Elders. Oh, no retry screen? Okay.
아직 안
So let's see.
끝났어.
who fuels chains? Also, Ryoshu, you're kind of disappointing me.
갖고
Let's.
싶은 무언가를 언제든
You have a
어떤
good
것이든
skill, right?
갈아버릴
Let's try you
구덩이가
out.
되며 가장 먼저 내게 버려질
I need
자는
more XP.
검이지. 당신들일 거야.
I don't have skip battle unlocks for that looks. Well, guess we're being even more wasteful.
기억조차 하고
잠든 자들에게는 기꺼이 꽃 한 송이를 놓겠소. 나비가
There we go. Let's try Faint Aroma, because this will fuel chains really well. It needs Sloth, and it needs Envy. And I think I would prefer to be able to use my Evade without killing Honglu. That's the wrong Canto. Let's see. I want you 3 for sure. I want you for sure.
그러든가.
For chains fueling, Envy is important. Who else makes Envy? You have an Envy skill too. I really wish my Ringfest was still here on support. But I don't think I have anyone else that's good for Envy. I don't have Fire Fist Gregor. Barbarotis is, yeah, bad. Just thinking if there's any team change I can do besides the Ryoshu. Can bring Kurikumo Ishmael play into the bleed a bit more, as I was saying. Ricardo Heathcliff would be nice, but full stop Heathcliff is also good, so I won't change that. I like the idea of getting shield from my counter. So I think it is just this, and hopefully things go better. Malphast is an okay clasher to bring early, but it's not like she's better than Molorotis.
출발인가?
And then
의로움을 세우기 위해서
near the back, I'll have
내가
these guys for bleed count,
관리인가?
and hopefully we can extend that. Sure. Let's see how this goes. Using base ego this time.
천천히.
Kira's doing that. Okay. So yeah, Aroma Ryoshu doesn't have the greatest skill 1, but it is like a bit of sinking damage, which could maybe matter. It's mostly just all the free attacks and the Sin resources that I want to use her. I'm gonna just Moro turn 1. It makes all these clashes go from like neutral to favored.
사고될 시간이야. 잔
I just want a good start.
아이, 짜증나게.
Unfortunate. And that gives 16 sanity to Rufo. If Kira lost her clash, I think I would have reset. Wow. You are 1 inch off stagger. Kira is doing nothing. Got it. And actually, everyone else can redirect anything. It's like we're not even up Taiwan. Full control over speed? That's not supposed to happen. Okay. So that should get assist defense is the idea here.
한바탕 해볼까?
How's it? Wait, actually get an active passive? What are you looking at? So my last attempt on Rufo was like good, and I think it would probably be possible to do it without ego, but I want to actually, you know, at least finish the fight on stream today, so I'm going to use base ego this attempt. What passive are you referring to? Because Ryoshu can activate a passive that you can fuel. I'll have to check that. I don't think she does. Let's see.
써야 할 때가 왔군.
Ryoshu
대복 탄환을 쏠 거라면
passives.
미리 말해라.
That's
저번처럼
weird.
말없이 쏘면
Yeah. Why do I have
검집으로
that?
쳐내버릴 테니.
That's probably a bug. But I'll take it. The only IDs that have fuelable passives are normally the base IDs for Uptie 1, and that's just because passives are part of the tutorial. Do we believe in everyone winning their critique clashes? Not you. Definitely not you. We'll see how it goes.
사고될 시간이다. 잔우에.
No one tell Project Moon. Every day you lament that Kiramail didn't get the 3-coin reuse conditional when Matthias Otis came out. Matthias Otis was strong enough without making another ID also become way better, I think. Like, I think you could make legitimate arguments for Matthias Otis being a top 3 ID in this game. They are absurd.
써야 할 때가 왔군. 시생멸법.
Oh yeah, I have a fueled passive now. Gain petals if the enemy takes sinking damage. Maybe they decided that this passive is just so important to what the ID is that they gave it to her anyway. Am I going to use my skill 3?
또 검집으로 쳐내버릴 테니.
Surely not. Surely petals just stays on me. But like, maybe? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. This ID might be even better than I thought they were. The part that says it activates the skill 3-2 just isn't on the passive. Yeah, I didn't see it. So I guess I'm just going to stack petals for a bit of offense level, but that's still good. Hidden Uptie 1 S tier. Why do all the good IDs have to be concentrated on Ryoshu and Rudia and Honglu? Spread them out, give them to the other centers. Where's my faint aroma and solitude Faust? still get those bonus skills, but no skill 3-2. I guess I just stack petals. That's so strange. It's the only ID that I know of that has their passive unlocked at Uptie 1 other than the base IDs. The base IDs have their passives at Uptie 1. But I didn't know this one had it at Uptie 1 until you pointed it out. So there could be others that I've just never noticed and just assumed they were locked. +3 offense level is pretty nice, yeah. I mean, it's basically just one higher roll on my already good numbers, like 3 + 4, that's just good for Uptie 1. Becomes basically 4 + 4.
또 검집으로 쳐내버릴 텐데.
감상은 어떤가요?
Ah, I really wanted to win that clash.
짜증나게.
마지막으로 남길 말은? 거기
I actually activated my skill 2 too. I think that's the first time I've had the 5 debuffs conditional met for Hongli there. Not even using Ego yet, and this fight's already going better. Probably just because I used Moro turn 1. And maybe it's also because I'm not using Blade Shoe. Dawn gets +6 to both. Until I use her counter, yeah. But the enhanced counter is nice to have and kind of forced upon me since Princess Rubia. I guess that could be a reason to switch to Thumb if I wanted Dawn to just stay at 30 hard blood.
승리를 필수록 가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
We do a bit of critiquing.
잔물.
Okay.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
Yeah, Thumb Rodeo has the evade. There's definitely reasons to use Thumb Rodeo. There's just also reasons to use Princess.
쏴야 할 때가
Kira is very useful.
시생멸.
A lot of
필수록
infliction.
가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
Okay, so blue skill is dealt with. What else can people do? Oh, Heathcliff's too slow for that? Okay. Guess we do that then. That's rolling high. Let's try this. How much protection is she going to have? She has 8 protection, and it goes down by 2 per debuff she has. So once I get debuffs on her, she'll hopefully only have like 2 protection. Okay, now I feel like I need to go check every single ID in the game and see if they have their passive at Uptie 1.
힘 조절이. 탕.
These free attacks are so nice.
시생멸.
Let's see. I should do some damage if I can. shocking, I know, that if I can deal damage, I should deal damage. But, okay, no speed's an issue. What can people do here? I think we're probably going to use Ego this turn. Like, Heathcliff... Oh, I just want Heathcliff to leave. He has only skill 1s coming up, 1 ammo. He's not doing much, so you clash and run away. Rudia, all you can clash is that, sure. Ryoshu, you're gonna get that guy. Then we can do this. What is Kira doing? Countering the first slot. I can let that hit. Okay. So we have 2 more slots to deal with. Let's go ahead and... Well, the chains won't land on Rufo because she'll dodge it, right? That's unfortunate that Mirror's so fast. How long is this fight gonna be? Probably like 34 turns. I don't want to use chains on this guy, but that is a scary move. I've never really realized. Oh, you know what? We can do this thing. Honglu will hit him, and then Mare will clash, and he'll die to bleed, assuming Honglu does at least 9 damage.
한바탕 해볼까? 힘 조절이
30 turns, don't die at the last bit of HP. I'll try not to.
추잡하네.
That's a lot of damage. Oh yeah, because it's hitting a minion. I was thinking that was on Rufo for a second, and I was like, wow, that's so much damage for 6 protection. Egoless attempt died at like 500 health left, yeah. Something like that.
먼저 빠진다.
But this is the ego full attempt.
우를 클수록 가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
I could technically chains her this turn if I used ego on all 3 of the first people. But, or wait, no. Yeah, the minion will die, right? There's a good chance the minion dies if just either of these 2 can win their clash. I should just have to use 1 ego, so we'll use Lysandre. That will kill this guy, and there will be no one for the chains to get redirected to.
감상은 어떤가요?
루신한테 꿈에 닿을 때까지 몇 번이고.
And this is a good heal.
짜증나게.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Get some damage in. We might be able to push for a stagger soon, because she won't have much protection next turn, if she even has any. She'll have Burn, Attack Paradigm, Bind, and Petals, so I think she won't have any protection. And it looks like she'll actually still have Bleed.
속에서 단내가 치미는
Yeah, we might be able to hit the stagger here.
클수록 가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
Speed issues again. Mare, you can do that. What's Kira doing? I forgot to check. You're countering no one, okay. Isn't phase 1 protection based on allies? No, it's still debuffs, I think. Maybe you're right, but she has... Yeah, okay, she does have the full protection. I guess I was wrong. They have 8 fragile each. But honestly, just like the bleed. The bleed's going to push here, just on its own, probably. That's okay.
가족을 위해 따뜻한
아이씨, 짜증나게.
We love that 0 attack power. Okay.
추잡한
Yeah, Rufo will get staggered very early into this. I know the burn pushed it. Okay, so last time
클수록 가치는 떨어지는
I
법.
learned my lesson. I need to do a bit more of a focused damage turn against Rufo here when she's staggered. Although unfortunately, can't exactly do too much through the protection.
거기구나.
따뜻한 쏟아내라.
살을 베어내고
All these allies will be staggered though next turn or dead, so even if I can't phase change now, we should get good damage next turn. If only Kiara was targeting Rufo there. Okay, only 4 protection.
우를 클수록 가치는
Can anyone
떨어지는
clash
법이지.
these? Yeah. I'll save the Honglu skill too. But I do want to get some
사고될
damage here.
시간이다. 잔무에 엎드리도록.
아이씨, 짜증나게.
You guys are going to come on with like 10 fragile, 10 offense level down. That's an unfortunate tails roll. 78 damage on my chains guy. That's really bad. $17.12 is the phase change. Would I be able to use Kozen at Uptie 1? I think we could. It's like Kozen and 1 unpack. How is assist unit gaming going? Kira is definitely helping.
우를 클수록 가치는
Can I
떨어지는
do
법이지.
53 damage through 8 protection? No bleed on her. I think I'll just clash the minions. Like, clashing here shouldn't be too hard. Just take it slow. Make sure Mare doesn't die. Is there any super easy clash for him to get some sanity? Not really. Surprised that's struggling. I guess you just have too many debuffs. Who can redirect that? Maybe Dawn? And then that leaves this. That's just hitting Kira for a little bit. We can let that hit Kira for a little bit. Okay.
감상은 어떤가요?
아이씨, 짜증나게.
피날레를 준비.
What attempt is this? This is attempt 2. Attempt 1, I decided we'll use egos. It phase 2 was going really badly without egos.
펜.
I would need to just like survive longer for Kira to do all the damage. And so this is the first attempt using egos, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we can win, but I'm not even sure if base ego will be able to clash Rufo's ultimate. I have too many debuffs on like Sinclair or Rhodia, then probably not. It's a lot of damage from that counter. So Manager Dawn is kind of becoming my own Virgilius with the amount of shield that this can give. I need a bit more Blood Feast consumption, but that shouldn't be too hard to get. I definitely want to push phase change this turn. So everyone get this slot.
한바탕 해볼까?
Kira flexing her Uptie 4. Look at all that healing. There we go. Debuff cleanse, phase 2.
가치는 떨어지는 법이지.
Time to use chains every turn until Mare is dead. It's 50-50 again. Who rolls tails first, Dawn or Rufo? I need, okay, so something can't end up being clashed. I need to see what the least threatening move here is. I can let the first purple go through and hit Sinclair. Everything else, we will clash accordingly. There we go. 50-50. We lose. Unfortunate.
아이, 짜증나게.
피날레를 준비하지.
Get some of these long-lasting debuffs on her. 2 tremor count, that's 2 turns of 2 less protection.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
2 damage. There's my sanity. We actually lowered her sanity a fair amount. Like 33 is quite a bit less than 45. And then chains will guarantee I have speed control next turn, which is so nice. Yeah, she has no protection. Can chains clash any of these? That's a perfect target for chains, okay. Now let's see. Kira's taking the most dangerous move. I'll trust you. I think I want to use Dawn counter like every turn. It's just shield on everyone. How can you say no?
피날레를 준비하지.
Or maybe it's not everyone, it's like more people based on resonance, but it's free healing. Effectively.
아이, 짜증나게.
plus its bleed count. And we are trying to actually stack some bleed here.
지켜보시죠.
If I had Ricardo Heathcliff, I think I could actually keep up a bleed stack with the help of Kira, at least for a few turns.
속상.
Does Valentina Rodia have dodge on Uptie 1? Yes, and it's not nerfed at all. It still rolls an 18. It's just, it is at its full power, and that is definitely the best part of her kit.
떨어지는 법이지.
Do panic type effects count as debuffs? I honestly don't know. So, Sinclair, are you able to clash this? Yes, okay. Because you have, like, only 2 debuffs, yeah. Everyone else has more than 2 debuffs. So he will result in us taking the least damage. I unfortunately can't chains this turn, because this skill ends the turn. But, yeah, we can actually win this clash now. A lot better than the no ego attempt. No egoless on Rufo. I think it's possible, but it's going to take me a while. Because you can always, like, line up bleed cancels on the nuke, right? So theoretically it would definitely be possible, but we would not get it today if I was trying to do it today. And so for stream, I'll use ego. I'll probably do it egoless in my own time.
떨어지는 법이지.
What's Kira doing? She's taking the front move. Good. Otis can't do anything. Rodia has to take that clash. Hong Lu, you're gonna evade. How much bleed count does Mare have? Enough to die. I want Mare to not attack and he can bleed cancel the next AoE. I need him to not clash, rather. So, the last 4 moves. Okay, but that's not gonna work out, is it? Because Otis can't do anything. So unless I ignore that again, Sinclair, you can try to evade both of those. That makes up for Otis not doing anything. So then it's just last blue, last red. Or last purple. I know my colors. Ryoshu is too slow to overtake as well. Ah. In that case, what can I do? Can I do anything? I have like 4 things targeting Mare. I could do this, but that feels silly. Hang on, full reset here. I want Mare to not clash, that's the goal. Otis can't do anything, Ryoshu can't do anything. And Rodia has to do this. And Honglu has to do this. So no, I really have 1, 2 things on Mare. I have to redirect both of those then and let 2 other things go unopposed. You can let it hit Kira, that's fine. Have to take that. Hopefully that gets evaded as well, and then... okay. I don't like this turn, but hopefully we win these clashes and get Rufo's sanity, like, actually low. I theoretically could have used Figurichia, but it feels silly to use it here. When, like, Ira could be the thing that just keeps me alive that 1 more turn. One more burn proc, 1 more you know, Kira skill 4.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어 온다.
Like, who really cares if Sinclair gets hit? I guess I had Honglu's assist defense. I did forget about that. Is that going to activate? It is. Okay. There we go. Calculated. Don't you get 2 uses? We used Moro turn 1 to help clashes. Okay, so I want Mare to attack again without clashing, and then next turn he can bleed cancel because he'll be on 22 health with 12 by 2 bleed. Everyone else can do whatever they want. What's Kira doing? She's taking the second purple. Okay. This attempt is just going so much better. Yet another advertisement for Chains of Others being the best ego in the game. If you're ever having issues, just use more chains.
거기서 지켜보시죠.
Change is the best base ego, without a question. I think it's the best ego overall. If you're saying you can only use one ego for the entire game, what ego do you want access to? Yeah, it's attack power down, it's bind. Oh, he didn't bleed because he got Dawn's shield. He does not have low enough health / high enough bleed to bleed cancel. Well, I guess we actually have to get hit by a second nuke skill. But Dawn can give people shield for it. Is Otis able to win this clash? No, okay. Who has the least debuffs? Mara's 4. Rhodia has 5. Looks like Honglu only has 3. We're probably clashing with him. It's Honglu or Dawn, but Dawn is low sanity. Is Honglu able to win? Yes. Go for it, Honglu. I'm sure you would never 5% on me here. That or Fluid Sac, yeah. Fluid Sac has the turn 1, like, sanity gain. If you Superbia it, that is about the best thing you can do for a fight like Yinglong, where you just need to win all your clashes and you start at no sanity. Alright. But yeah, we're doing this. Mare, I don't care about your health anymore. Bleed cancel. Dream is dead. You can actually clash. Kira's taking second yellow. Everyone else take everything else. The dream is ending? No. No, it would never. For Uptie 1 with ego, base ID with ego. Uptie 1 with ego is, yeah. That's why I want this challenge to be no ego. Uptie 1 instead of base IDs, you get to choose things like resistances, you get to choose your damage types. You get you know, slightly better clashing, skill 2s, you get way more damage. The base IDs are terrible. People overestimate the base IDs because they see like, oh, it's possible to beat the whole game with them. They can't be that bad. They are. The game is just that easy. They have like almost all of their skill runs are 11 rolling single coins. Skill 2s cap out at like a 16 rolling single coin from Dawn. Maybe you get like a 13 rolling 2 coin. All of them might as well have no text outside of the attack power down from Honglu and Faust. Like, Uptie 1 IDs are better than base IDs, which is why this challenge has to be no ego. What are the base IDs that are on par with Uptie 1 IDs? None anymore. You see, Uptie 1 IDs get better over time. The base IDs don't. Like, Season 1, base IDs might have been better. You have, like, Tang Tang Honglu as a good one, as a few, but for the most part, the base IDs are not better. But nowadays, we have stuff like, you know, the Ring Honglu, Ring Faust. A lot of the newer IDs are better. None of the base IDs can, like, be better than their center, except, like, it's not Heathcliff, definitely not Ishmael, definitely not Rhodia. Sinclair, maybe? Base Sinclair compared to, like, Uptie 1 Sinclairs is probably the closest it gets. Maybe Otis as well. You could argue base Gregor is better than any Uptie 1 Gregor. It's like these last three are the only ones that get close at all. But yeah, anyway, that took a while. Rufo's a slow fight. I think I am going to end stream now, especially since I was having internet issues earlier. I don't want that to come back. If you have Uptie 1 IDs, please add me. I want my Ring Faust back. Whoever gave it to me before appears to have leveled them. And if you have a Ricardo Heathcliff or a Valencina Rhodia that you don't want to Uptie and use right now, I would love to have them Uptie 1. Besides that, I hope you have a nice rest of your day. I guess I'll stream Monastic Experience next week. And I'll see you all later. Goodbye, everyone.